Okay, my name's David Novicki. I'm representing my team and our product, Dr. Herby. Real quick about us before we get into what we do. Again, David Novicki. I'm the developer, tech guy. And we have Charity, who's actually sitting right here. She's our nurse. And we have Andras, who is away right now. He couldn't make it. He's our pharmacist. So when we started Startup Weekend, we kind of were brainstorming some of the problems that are out there. And Andras had a lot of good input because he's a pharmacist. And he sees that in current conventional medicine today, there's a lot of over-prescribing. So people are getting prescribed drugs, one, they probably don't need, or two, getting prescribed something, they get a side effect, and with that side effect, they're prescribed something else to handle that side effect. And it's this chain effect where it causes a lot of problems. There's an extreme lack of options. So, for instance, I have a lot of trouble with allergies. I have a handful of products I can use on the market that I know about. And without that, it's hard to find other solutions without heavy research and doing a lot of legwork myself. A lot of unsafe options. I'm sure a lot of people can have certain horror stories about some, either a family member or themselves that have had really sticky situations based on some medication that they were taking. Lack of efficacy. Things, you build up a tolerance, so they just stop working, or maybe none of them work to begin with. We also see a huge growing distrust of big pharma. I don't think I have to do too much explaining with that. A lot of people see in the news a lot of the really kind of shady and scandalous stuff that goes on in the big pharma industry. Some kind of fun little facts that I found that are not so fun. The United States, 5% of the world's population is only 5% of the world's population, and we consume 75% of the world's prescription drugs. For 6.1 million people have used prescription drugs non-medically in the past month. So there's a lot of people that are abusing what's already out there today, not even doing it legally. And then also the final one, 52 million people in the U.S. Over the age of 12 have used prescription drugs non-medically in their lifetime. So this is just straight up abuse, unfortunately. So our solution is Dr. Herby's a web and iOS mobile platform, and what we do is we give alternate means of options for treatment of common ailments. So we deal with alternative medicine, and we give people quick and concise data. So you have allergies, you can take the 5 over-the-counter medicines out there, Zyrtec, Claritin, stuff like that now. Or you can try these alternative treatments in nutrition, herbal medicine, different things that maybe you didn't know about without some heavy research. And then once we give you some of these solutions, we also connect you to products. We connect you to things that vendors who are selling things, essentially alternative medicine drugs that might help you, might not. And also local specialists, so specialists within your area. If you want to seek more professional advice, we will guide you to the specialists in your area. Our main goal is really to be a one-stop shop to connect. So there's a lot of services out there like WebMD and stuff, a ton of data, it's great. But the thing is, they're just data, and then you have to figure out who's reputable and where to take your next step to maybe obtain some alternative medicine. So these are kind of the main categories that we return when we give you solutions, alternative medicine solutions. This is what we consider alternative medicine. Nutrition, just nutritional advice. Acupuncture, homeopathy, hydrotherapy, herbal medicine, and then supplements, vitamins, and minerals. Our customer base. So alternative medicine is kind of a tricky area, but as it turns out, it is a $32 billion industry. So our customer base is actually pretty wide. And the best way to kind of explain it is really anyone who shops at Whole Foods or Sprouts or shops organic, people that are starting to really care about what they put in their body. You see these big companies like Whole Foods, sometimes you see a fifth of their stores are all natural supplements or some kind of home remedy solutions to current problems. It's a huge market. Something I found interesting, the nccih.gov, the website, put out an article about CAM, complementary alternative medicine. So this is people that are using conventional Western medicine, as you can call it, but they're supplementing with alternative medicine. So by some means, they're bringing these alternative medicines into their normal medical kind of practices and treatments of their common ailments. And the numbers for that I found was almost 4 in every 10 adults practices CAM in some degree. So we find that it's if you look from 2002 to 2007, there's a 2% increase in all the United States of just people that are starting to move towards alternative medication or medicine. Sorry. Competitors. A lot of people. This is a big question for us. Is how are you going to compete with WebMD? Or are you going to compete with some of the other herbalist shops out there? And really, it kind of narrows down to 2 main types of competitors. And our competitors, what we found is we have these. A good instance is the Natural Medicines Comprehensive Database. It's great information, but it sounds terrible for a reason. It's just a ton of content and stuff that just everyday people don't find themselves sitting down and reading through all that. But it's actually where we get a lot of our sources from. So we take that information from databases like this, and we condense it down to quick, easy material that you don't have to constantly read through. And also, we give you solutions that are safe to try. The other one is, of course, WebMD, another great product. A little less content heavy than some of these comprehensive databases, but still pretty content heavy in our eyes. And they don't link you to solutions. They still advertise a lot of prescription medication and stuff like that. So to us, they're a little bit biased in that sense. The future, we see alternative medicine growing and growing in the United States. And so kind of our game plan is to tackle this topic by topic. So our first topic would be alternative medicine for allergies. Come out with a product that gives you a lot of alternative medicines for allergies and connects you to the vendors. Expand that, create a solid base in that, and then come out with other common ailments and diseases like the common flu. Pain is a huge one. There's a huge problem that we have. It's a growing problem with prescription painkillers where people are abusing them. And there's going to have to be options out there for people to try to take other ways of avoiding some of those prescription pain pills. Diabetes, it's been proven that alternative medicine and specific diets can extremely help diabetes or sometimes even eradicate symptoms of diabetes. And then another great example is depression. We have a ton of the country on antidepressants right now. And the reality is a lot of people have a lot of trouble with antidepressants. And alternative medicine fits in great there because there's a lot of different things someone with depression can do. And we want to hook them up to those methods as well as the vendors themselves. Yeah, that's Dr. Herby.
Any other questions about what it's creating?
Yes.
So you spoke about connecting the customer with the vendors. What is your plan on authenticity of the vendor? How do you plan on, is there a rating system? How does the customer know they can trust the results?
So we're going to filter the vendors based on some pharmacist reviews of some of these companies, some companies that are well reputable, but also we will have a user rating system similar to like TripAdvisor or something, where someone can say, I actually used this method and I give it, 4 out of 5 stars. It was effective for me, so people can get a better basis of what worked for some people and have a better chance of finding a solution.
Any reason starting with allergies?
Allergies, I think, are just really broad. It's a great topic that we can jump into, but we really juggled with allergies and common flu and pain. Those are our 3 ones that we were like. We troubled with which one we're going to come out with first, and we decided on allergies, which is very common.
You're starting off in Sacramento.
Yeah, Sacramento too, where this pit of allergies.
Yeah.
And for me, honestly, it really relates with me because for allergies, it's just you have these handfuls of small allergy pills, and for someone like me, I've gone through each one of them, and now none of them work. So what's the next step? Alternative medicine for me.
How do you generate revenue?
We skim off the top when we sell products, so we take anywhere from 3 to 5% for each transaction, and then when we get referral fees for connecting our users to the local specialists. Any other questions?